Bande Guru Padadandam Bhaktabinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bande Nityananda Pavoditam Sri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charanodayam Gopijano Samayuktam Bindavanam Manoharam Vanchakalpatarvasya Kipasindhubhavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Mukhaṁ karoti vācālaṁ pangumlaṁ haritagiriṁ Yat Kipatamahang Vande Paramanandamaḍuram Vrindavai Tulsidevai Priyavai Kesavasya ca Krishna Bhakti Pade Devi Sattvatvai Namo Namaha Narayana Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayo Mudira Sankirtane Krishna Kathopadesha Gauri Patrasya Prakasane Cha Sadhanurakta Guru Bhakti Yukto Bhakti Pramodaksha Jagodvarana Deyam Sada Paribhavagnam Avishtaduham Tethaspadam Siva Viranjanatam Saranam Vetatyaham Panudapal Bhavadiputam Bande Mahapurusati Charanarvindam Yat Pada Pallavanakachandamanichhataya Vispurjita Kamapudushvadarshi Purnanuragara Sasagara Saharamurti Saradhikamai Kada Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavind Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavind Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavind Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ajanulambita bhujau kanaka bodhato Sankirtanai kapitaro kamala yataksha Vishambaro dijavaro jugadharma palo Bande jagat priyakaro karuna bhataro Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Namami Gange Tava Pad Pankajam Surasurair Vandito Diparupam Bhuktin Cha Muktin Cha Dada Sinitam Bhavanurupena Sada Narana Ganga Taranga Ramaniya Jata Kalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhushi Tobano Bhagam Narayano Priyamanandu Madapaharam Varanasi Purapati Bhajavishanatham Vagisha Vadane Lakshmir Yasya Vakshashi Yasyaste Hidaya Sambhi Tvam Shimham Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Tattad bhavadi madhurya shrute dhiryad apekshate natra shastram na yuktincha tadlo utpatti lakshanam. Tattad bhavadi madhurya shrute dhiryad apekshate natra shastram na yuktincha tadlo utpatti lakshanam. Gauriya Goshtipati Srila Bhakti Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Jagadguru said that in the life of all the sadhak, that sadhan and siddha, that on the platform of siddhi, if some confusion is there, that vivartvad, Prabhupada ji speaking, vivarth means some confusion is actually getting created, then jeev becoming actually prakrit sahaji in that case. Gauriya Goshtipati Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Paramahansa Jagadguru told that one sadhak, in the life of one sadhak, that his sadhan and that on the platform of siddhi, if some confusion is getting created, then the jeev will definitely become prakrit sahajya. That sadhan and siddhi, this is not all the same. Sadhan, on the platform of sadhan, that jiva is doing sadhan, and slowly, steadily by doing sadhan, that he is getting involved into that siddha stage. That what Mahaprabhuji Shri Chaitanya in Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita he already told to Shri Rai Mahashay. That means that sadhya, that to be attained, that attainable object, that final goal, that sadhya was, that after doing sadhan what you are getting, that sadhya vastu, that apart from sadhan you cannot get at all. That sadhya vastu, without sadhan is not at all possible to attain. On this point, that Prabhupada actually told that if in the life of some sadhak, that in the life of some sadhu, that on his sadhan platform and siddhi platform, if some confusion is getting created, means that now he is on the sadhan platform and he is thinking himself that he is on the siddha platform, then that is the topmost problem will just get created in his life. That in all the sampradaya, that especially our four sampradaya, and especially in the Gaudiya sampradaya, that who has not at all done an actual anugati of their Gurudev, they actually are promoting that they are actually topmost Siddha Mahatma. How it is possible, you tell me? That whole world, they cannot understand what actually the absolute truth is. Well, Prabhupada always used to speak that, oh Mahodegan, that inside your heart, that some wrong conception should not come, some wrong confusion, some kind of confusion should not get created at all. Any time that sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti and prem bhakti, in all these three, that what difference is there? That if you will just mistakenly you will just take it wrongly, then your whole life will just get spoiled. That Prabhupada always used to speak this point again and again, that oh Mahodegan, just be focus on this point. Just our focus should be on this point, that in your life, any time, If this kind of confusion should not get created, that you will just get destroyed completely. That you be sure about this, that O Mahodayagan, that sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti and prem bhakti, in all these three, what is the actual difference between them? That in order to understand that, if you will make some kind of confusion in that, then your whole life will get destroyed. Your total spiritual life will get destroyed. Sometimes you can see like this as well, that sadhan bhakti is not at all started yet. That I am actually speaking and I am thinking as I am feeling ashamed that sadhan bhakti is not at all started yet. Sadhan bhakti is still not yet started. I am just swearing on myself and speaking the actual truth. Even sadhan bhakti is not at all started yet. That he is thinking himself that he is a acharya, and he is thinking himself that he is Siddh, he is Goswami. What you can do in this case? That this whole material world, in each and every particular space of this whole material world, there is corruption. That in the life of bhajan, definitely there is corruption. That who actually will speak what to whom? Who actually will speak what to whom? You tell me. In this case, that the whole situation is very much disturbed and very dangerous. If someone is on the sadhan platform, that his sadhan bhakti is not at all started yet, that is the main question. Because if sadhan bhakti started, then he is getting the kripa of Swarup Shakti, definitely. Sadhan bhakti started means that he is getting the full kripa of Swarup Shakti. Automatically, slowly, steadily, that Swarup Shakti kripa will come. So those who are going totally against Guru work, that how he can get the actual kripa of Swarup Shakti, you tell me. That is the total scientific point what I am speaking in front of you. How it can be possible, you tell me. So sadhan and some on the platform of Siddhi, if some confusion is created, now he is on the sadhana kriya, on the stage of sadhana kriya he is now he is not at all on the stage of sadhan bhakti. How he can do the work of acharya? I can't understand this. How it is possible, you tell me, that he can do the work of an acharya? Prabhupada speaking, that sadhan and siddhi on that platform, if some confusion is getting created, means that on the platform of sadhan, that if he is thinking himself as siddha, that if it is done like that, then the jiva will become a prakrit sahajya. Then there is no doubt about it at all. That Sharanagati, so much effect is there of Sharanagati that I can't speak in words. That Sharanagati, by Sharanagati, what can't be done, every power can be taken by Sharanagati. In all that, in each and every material thing, you can just think the actual wish of Bhagwan. You can just think like that, that everything is Bhagavad Ichha, wish of Bhagwan. That whatever I want to do, that if some wish is there, that if it is actually getting connected with the will of Bhagavan Krishna, if it is not at all getting connected with the will of Krishna, then it will just become opposite. It will become material karma. That by Bhagavad Ichha, by the will of Bhagavan and your will, if it will get connected and will be if you are getting connected with that is actually called Sharanagati and or Shanti. About this Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur already speaking. If Sharanagati is not at all there, then nothing is there. Total void situation. We in this material world, we are watching, we want material happiness, and just by getting material happiness, that we will just forget Bhagwan, and we forget Bhagwan by that. So that's why that our heart, in order to just get tested, that they are my Bhagwan, merciful Bhagwan, in this material world he has created that, and different kind of things are already there, that who wants to loot it, or otherwise you get lost. That whole material world is getting filled up with different kind of enjoyments, that our heart, in order to test it, that Bhagwan is just doing like that by his own will, in order to test our enjoying mood. That Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also speaking very nicely, that this Sharanagati, this is the actual symptom of Sharanagati, that all Bhagwan, Guru Vaishnav, that you are facing some whatever kind of problems and difficulty will be there, that is the topmost Ananda. That in this material world, that Vishya Samoh, all every kind of material enjoyment or whatever material things are available in this material world, all actually everything, it should be getting anukul to Bhagwan, Bhagavad Ichha, but we cannot understand that at all. That we in this material world, we want material happiness, and just by getting material happiness we forget Bhagwan completely, and this is actually natural to forget Bhagwan. That's why our heart is getting tested by Bhagwan, that merciful Bhagwan, this material world is getting created by Bhagwan, so that different kind of material enjoyments are presented in front of us. If you want to enjoy it, you can enjoy, otherwise you can get lost. So here you can very easily, with very nice mood, you can just easily make your life go, then Bhagwan definitely will go away. This is quite evitable. So that's why Gurudev actually speaking here, that you just give me more and more, that all worldly difficulties you should give to me. Yes, you give me lot of worldly difficulties, Kunti Devi speaking, that if worldly difficulties will come in my life, then only I will get 100% Sharanagati, and my Sharanagati will be getting stable and fixed. Otherwise I will forget everything. Why? Because by getting difficulties and problems in my life, I will just get Sharanagati onto your lotus feet, and you will also get running towards me, towards all those Sharanagati devotees. That in Braj Bhumi, in the land of Vrindavan, that all those pure devotees who are staying, that all Rupanuk devotees who are there, that at the time of doing Churasi Cross in Vrindavan, that our will is actually, that at the time of Braj Yatra, doing Churasi Cross, Braj Dham Parikrama, that our will should be get anukulya with the will of Bhagwan, because different kind of Anya Vilas can come in Braj Bhumi, that this, in order to taste that Braj Bhumi or Braj Ras, that is the actual medicine you can get. The Prabhupada speaking in this context, sometimes we are making this vichar that I will do this, I will do that, I will just get ready by this, but if the will of Bhagwan is not at all there, then nothing can be done at all. That your own will, if you will be doing by your own crazy mind, whatever you can do, you will be just preparing that. But if the will of Bhagwan is not at all there, then nothing will be done at all. Nothing will be done at all. That by the will of Bhagwan, if your will just get connected together, then we will just get the topmost enjoyment, the transcendental enjoyment we will get. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad also, all this, how to follow Radha Dasya, that Gandharva Bhajan, that this I will be discussing today. That's why I'm just giving a bit of background in order to just speak about that Radha Dasya in front of you. The shlok which I have started with, That is a very important shloka. There actually it being told in Rasamrita Sindhu. If you want to taste that prajarasa, if that prajarasa that you want to taste, that there is only one pathway open, that all the Brajavasis, that any bhav, if it can come and get connected with the bhav of any Brajavasi, that you just need to go under the Anugatya of that particular Brajavasi. That Brajavasikan, that Brajavasi's Madhurya Bhav, that just by tasting that slowly, steadily, when that tremendous lobha will be just getting inculcated inside your heart, that is actually called, that is the actual pathway to go to Raganuga Bhakti. You can actually attain Raganuga Bhakti by that only. In this, just by reading Shastras, that this vichar if you will be making, that in order to just inculcate lobh forcefully inside you, that is not at all possible, because in order to get that lobha vastu, that object which is very much lucrative, that lucrative object if you want to get, if there is no any shastra you can read and you can just attract to that particular object, this is automatic. Lobh is automatic. This is natural. Automatically it will come. That Raganuga, in Raganuga Bhakti, that Adhikar Labh, that only and only, that this, if lobh, that lobha will just get inculcated, that only when the lobh will get inculcated forcefully, that Raganuga Bhakti you can't become at all, forcefully at all, not at all possible. That's why in this relation of lobha, loads of clear conception, it is very much important to get that conception clear, that topmost clear conception should come. Why? Because confusion in these kind of things will definitely come. This is natural. That forcefully if you will, that I will just speak, that I am just getting lobha, this won't be accepted at all. This is not at all possible like that, because by forcefully if you will just speaking that lobha will get inculcated, is not at all possible. Globe means greed. Greed, to get greed is an automatic factor that is naturally present inside you, that nobody needs to after hearing the judgment and just by reading shastras, that you cannot inculcate greediness inside you. This is an automatic natural factor. This is not at all possible like that. Forcefully it is not at all possible to get greedy. That pure devotees, under their guidance, those who are already having that prajabhav, under the guidance of those pure devotees, in the association of those pure devotees, that all the Brajavasis, that kind of aprakrit Krishna Prem Madhurima, just by hearing that inside your pure heart, that 100%, that whatever kind of attraction you are getting towards this kind of transcendental issues and transcendental vishay, that only by driven by that unknown factor, unknown shakti, that your mind definitely is natural, that natural behavior will be there inculcated. That is the actual symptom of getting greediness, lobha. Forcefully it is not at all possible to get that greediness. In Raganuga Bhakti, that adhikar if you want to get, that only and only by lobha, that greediness you will get. If there is no greediness, no lobh, then how you can become Raganuga, you tell me? Not at all possible. That a lot of people inside their heart, that so this greediness surely that lobha, that manodharmi, those who are manodharmi, That is not a mentally concocted idea. That this vichar they are making mentally, it's not like that. That greediness, that lobe, naturally it is present. This by that those who are manodharmi, those who are following their own mentally concocted religion, this is not at all a mentally concocted idea. This is natural in nature, and this is having some special shakti. If this lobe, greediness, is getting inculcated, manifested, then definitely all the material world, that some difficulty is coming in my bhajan, then that rarity of some object, that in order to get that rare object, still that greediness won't go down at all. That the topmost tremendous point to get that kind of particular object, in order to control that, is not at all possible. And in other objects, that natural greediness and lobha, that ruchi will come in that. You will not get taste at all in that. That what I told, that I want to speak. That natural lobha will just get inculcated. So together with that whole other material objects, that kind of attraction you won't get in that at all. So that inside someone, that lobha bhas, like some nama bhas is there, na? That nama bhas is there. That if someone actually is just having that lobha bhas symptom, you understand, like nama bhas is there. Like nama bhas is there. In the similar manner, if some vichar someone is making, that lobha bhas, this lobha bhas, what it is? This lobha bhas, that is not at all called actual lobha. This lobha bhas, what we can speak, that is not at all actual greediness. That is not at all called actual greediness. If you can just think it as actual greediness, natural greediness, then in Raganuga Bhajan, that adhikar and vichar, whatever is there, that you cannot get at all. Not at all possible. That Radha Krishna Bhajan, that is impossible to do. It is not at all possible for a normal jiva. That sevya, that seva, that on the sadhak platform, that seva, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has just given anuvad on this. He has written that by external body, inside your heart, and from inside your body, that other kind of sadhana is there. That external and internal, that two types of sadhana are there, internal and external. By external body, that by body, that Shravan Kirtan, that etc. you can do. That all the time it is going on. And inside your heart, that just by doing Harinam slowly, steadily, that bhava, that information you are getting inside your heart. If someone actually speaking, Narottam Das Thakur already writing this, if inside your heart that Siddha Bhav is, Siddha Deha Bhav is there, you haven't understood what I want to speak. That lobe utpatti, that greediness I have already discussed, that is not at all mentally concocted idea. This is some actual reality is there, and it is topmost full of power. So how you can understand it wrongly? Narottam Das Thakur already writing this clearly. by external body, the Shravan Kirtan all the time is going on, and by the Kripa of Swarup Shakti inside your heart, that slowly steadily by doing sadhan bhakti and doing Harinam slowly steadily, that he will go to such a platform, rare platform, that by external he is having that sadhak deha, and inside his heart that siddha deha, that siddha deha karya bhavan. That doesn't mean that it is mentally concocted. He is actually making his ideas. This Prabhupada actually is in details he is speaking that all the time doing Harinam slowly steadily by the effect of that, slowly steadily by the effect of doing a regular non-stop Harinam inside your heart, that whatever kind of information you are getting about the Nit Seva, what is my actual platform, what is my actual identity, that automatically you will accept that and you just understand it completely very nicely. Otherwise you will get deviated from the actual track. Prabhupada is speaking in this context that Krishna Seva, Krishna Seva, what it is, in context to Krishna Seva. Here, what the actual context of Krishna Seva is, that in this context of Krishna Seva, that is not at all by material body. You cannot do that at all with this Prakrit material body. Prabhupada speaking it openly, that what you are actually thinking wrongly and you are making this vichar, you have to make this vichar correctly, that Krishna is actually aprakrit in nature and Krishna Seva can only be done by aprakrit deha, that by material mind, if you want to contribute with this material body, if you want to contribute that kind of mentally concocted, that by this mentally concocted Siddha Deha, if you want to attain this, you cannot do at all. That Goswamis are strictly prohibiting regarding this. That in this material world, that this subtle and gross body, by these two bodies, that to do the actual seva of that transcendental world is not at all possible. If it is not at all possible like that, then by this Prakrit material body, how it can be possible that you can serve that transcendental world? Yes, it is possible that by that aprakrit deha you can do the seva of that transcendental world. When it is being done, then only at that same time, that by the external material body, that transcendental symptoms, external symptoms and signals you can find very easily. Then at the same time, external aprakrit symptoms you can find, that you can see the reactions of that transcendental symptoms that will on the material body. Just be sure on this point, otherwise you can just inculcate unearth. Just be careful on these points, otherwise you will just manifest more and more unearth inside you. Prabhupada again and again speaking that, O Mahodayagan, that you all never and never, that sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti and prem bhakti, what is the actual difference between them? That you don't take it wrongly at all. Otherwise very difficult. Your spiritual life will get destroyed. In sadhan bhakti, that just by practicing sadhan bhakti slowly, steadily, that one kind of bhava you will attain that stage, that is called bhav bhakti. That sadhan bhakti, that stage of bhava when you will attain, that bhavata means that what I am want to speak. This bhav, in order to get at, by taking that bhav, that sthayi bhav, that it is getting inculcated and manifested inside your heart automatically. That vibhav, anubhav, etc. by these. Just be careful on this point what I am speaking. that sadhan bhakti, when is getting, you are getting the stage of bhav bhakti, at that point, that inside the heart of sadhak, what is that sthayi bhav? Why? Because sthayi bhav with that adantu bhav, that which is coming and going, that bhav, that with sthayi bhav, that anubhav, vibhav, anubhav, all by getting together, that rasa you are getting. Before that, rasa is not at all coming. That in sadhan bhakti, when actually is getting transformed to bhav bhakti, slowly, steadily, that sthayi bhav, is not at all done at all. At that time you will get sthayi bhav, and apart from sthayi bhav, that vibhav, anubhav, etc., with that togetherness, that kind of topmost rasa, you can understand and can taste that, and only then you can get prem bhakti from there. Before that, not at all possible to get prem bhakti. That about rasa, that previous week also and yesterday also I have already put this point in front of you. There I have discussed there that this I have already told in context to this. That what is our area, that about the area of bhavana, that in order to cut that you just need to go above. That is the topmost magic inside your heart. That Saptujjwal bhav, it is getting illuminated by that, completely by that. Sattujjwal bhava, it will get illuminated, and at that time, that inside your heart you can just realize, one taste you can realize. That is called Raganuga. That rasa, Raganuga rasa. That rasa you can taste that. That is actually called rasa. That is actually called rasa. That you can realize something that is not at all material rasa. That is transcendental in nature. That with sthayi bhav, that what is the sthayi bhav? According to that with that bhav, anubhav, vibhav, it will just get all together. With that he will get that rasa, and after that he will get prem bhakti. Before that, not at all possible. That is actually called bhakti ras. That Bhagwan Shri Krishna, that Vrindavan Leela Bhagwan Shri Krishna in Brajamandal, along with the Gopikas, that all the kind of different leelas, that is the actual example of this rasa. This rasa, that by the full big great luck, this rasa, those who are having that rare luck, that definitely they will get that rasa, if it is there written in their luck. Those jivas who under the anugatya of Gopikas, that whatever the actual pathway of Rupa Goswami path, just onto the lotus feet of Radharani, you are just crying and crying, that you can get the actual kripa of Swarup Shakti, definitely it will come. And after that, that actual rasa will get manifested inside your heart. By this, the manifestation of rasa will come automatically. Otherwise, there is no other pathway open. Apart from this pathway, what I already told, that you can get that rasa, that manifestation of rasa can come, is not at all possible at all. That all those Prakrit Sahajiyas, that what they are thinking of rasa, that they actually want to just suicide just by blocking their neck. That all those Prakrit Sahajiyas, that those who are thinking, they are thinking as a Prakrit Rasa, and they are just themselves making a suicidal act. That is very, very dangerous. One time, at one instance, Prabhupada was actually doing Upadeshamrita Vyakhya at the bank of Radhakund, and some devotees, so-called devotees are there. That those so-called devotees are actually running towards whom? That some Sahajiya Babaji. He is actually doing about the actual Rasa Tattva. He is actually speaking, and Prabhupada speaking, you don't go there, come here. You come here, don't go there. You will just die there. And all those Sahajiyas, they actually all together came in front of Prabhupada, and they are all started using bad words towards Prabhupada. Are you are Sahajiya, we are not Sahajiya, they are speaking. They are just pointing towards Prabhupada and speaking. Prabhupada speaking, yes, you are right. You definitely are correct. Yes, we are Sahajiyas. But we are a Prakrit Sahajiya, transcendental Sahajiyas. From Vrindavan, that actual natural dharma, Sahaj dharma, most natural dharma is available in Golok Dham. That actually we are. That is there with us. That is there in you. That's why we are definitely Sahajiyas, but we are a Prakrit Sahajiya, and you are Prakrit Sahajiya, material Sahajiya. This is the only difference. Rabindranath Thakur ji, on this point, he questioned that I haven't heard this word at all. This word I haven't heard. Then, and never anywhere I have heard this Prakrit Sahajiya. That this Prabhupada actually has just done the actual definition Prabhupada has given of this word Prakrit Sahajiya to Rabindranath Thakur. That those Brajavasis Seva, that is there inside of our heart, and we are getting full anand of that particular Seva of a particular Brajavasi, that under the Anugatya of the Brajavasi, I have to do the Seva of Yugal Sarkar slowly, steadily, that someday I can just feel the actual rasa inside my heart. So, that Krishna Seva is the actual work of the transcendental body. So by speaking like this, that mentally concocted material body that you are making, that in the way of Krishna Seva, the Goswamis are not at all directing like that to us at all. In this material world, that by a subtle and gross body, that in order to do the seva of the transcendental object is not at all possible. In this material world, not at all possible. Then how possible that of that transcendental world you can serve that with this material body made of stool and urine? Not at all possible. When it is being done, then this inside bhav, when it is getting inculcated, manifested, what is the actual symptom? It can get automatically, that reaction you can get on the external body. And a lot of shlokas are there in the Bhagavatam also regarding this. That Chid Vastu cannot be material, and it cannot be calculated by our material sense organs at all. When all our material sense organs are getting crying for that transcendental seva of Bhagavan, only by getting sevanamukh, that you can actually get the identity of the transcendental Swarup. Otherwise, not at all possible to get that. that what Srimati Radharani is actually speaking in Kurukshetra. Aner means that other. That all the other entire objects, that in order to realize that, otherwise everything will get spoiled. Your material life will get destroyed completely. Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also speaking in context to this. That at the time of Leela, Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna, that all the kind of different Krishna Vallabha, that whatever kind of different Vallabhas of Krishna, these according to different timings, that the Ashtasattvic bhav of Krishna, it is getting manifested inside them, and they are actually just tasting the actual ocean of rasa. Then they are just widespreading that ocean of rasa by tasting it with Krishna. When sadhan bhakti is actually getting transformed into bhav bhakti, then that sthayi bhav you can get. Whatever sthayi bhav of that particular jiva will be there. That if with all together with that bhav and vibhav and anubhav, it becomes more and more tasty with that. You understand the point what I am speaking? On this Vishaya, a lot of points are there what I want to speak. That you be sure about that. That this ghee, what is there, this butter, that some shakkar or some salt if you are mixing, then you will getting taste. But that madhu, honey, with if you will just mix something, nothing is required. Automatically that honey is tasteful. So this vibhav and anubhav all together with sthayi bhav is there. That it is that rasata, that it means rasata, it is getting converted into rasa. That is actually called bhakti rasa. That Shri Krishna's Vrindavan Leela and Brajamandal, and in Brajamandal all those gopikas, whatever different kind of leelas are there, whatever leelas are there, all are actually, they are actually denoting rasa. They are actually widespreading the rasa, ocean of rasa. That all actually are the examples of rasa. This rasa, those who are getting in their life, that gopi, that under the anugatya of those particular gopis, that you need to, whatever vichar I have told you before, that kaku prarthana, just cry onto the lotus feet of gopika slowly, steadily. When under the guidance you will get the total kripa of Srimati Radharani, by the actual kripa of all those gopikas, then only you can taste that actual rasa. Then only that actual rope of Haladini, that Haladini, the actually Haladini, rope of Haladini will be thrown to you. That it will just go inside the heart of the sadhak, and it will special type of particular rasa will get inculcated and manifested. That is the only pathway. Apart from this, there is no other pathway that you can attain this transcendental rasa. You won't get that kind of rasa. Apart from that, no other pathway is there to take that. Srila Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that onto the lotus feet of rasa, he is actually praying. It means that he is in personified form. He is praying onto the lotus feet of rasa. We are actually laughing on this point, but when you are doing bhajan, that you will go onto that platform. If someone will go, then he can realize that point. Srila Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji, onto the lotus feet of rasa, that on the transcendental rasa, he is actually personifying rasa in impersonified form. And oh rasa, that you do kripa on me, that you do topmost mercy on me, you shower that mercy on me. Now the actual question is coming here. that Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur's vichar, that our pathway is very easy. Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad actually speaking. Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad actually writing this, that as in according to the degree of inclination onto the lotus feet of Gaur Sundar, according to that only you will get that Sharanagati and confidence, and according to that Radharani, Srimati Radharani onto her lotus feet, that kind of topmost Aishwarya and Madhurya, you can just realize that. That is not a normal point at all. This is not a normal thing that you see that Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, all actually you can see they are actually praying onto lotus feet of Radharani, that we are actually your eternal Parshad and we are the eternal Sevak, and out of all those categorized eternal servitors, that you do kripa on me, that you just take shelter. I want to take shelter of your lotus feet. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad also speaking, and in previous week I have already told this point. What actually being spoken? That, oh Devi, that actually is the actual prayer, what Srila Rupa Goswami is doing. That, oh Devi, that, oh Gandharvike, that I am very, very foolish. I am so much foolish that you can't even imagine that what to do in this case. That I have already heard that onto your lotus feet and the kripa of your lotus feet, if somebody is getting that, then definitely his whole luck will change. That Brajavasis, they are also speaking Kirtan. That if you're getting a very slight kripa, then I can get the topmost treasure of prema. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad actually praying onto lotus feet of Radharani, that ho Gandharvike, that I am so much foolish, that what to do onto your lotus feet. I am actually doing Dandavat, and I am very much feeling I am with full submission mood and crying mood. I have this prayer onto your lotus feet, that only and only one prayer is there, that when you will get happy with me, then by your introduction, when you will give, that you can give me that arrangement of giving your own actual introduction. It means that I will be just counted in the eternal servitors of yours. What actually being spoken here? That is the actual prayer. There is no other option available apart from this. Now, Srimati Radharani onto her lotus feet. So this prayer, that is the topmost prayer. And now, how to do Shri Gandharvika Bhajan? It's already written here. That is the topmost easiest procedure. Like as you onto the lotus feet of Sri Gaurang Mahaprabhu, that the udvek of bhakti you are getting. That is another shlok, what I am speaking. And the second shlok here actually which is spoken, that as you will hear Harikatha, as you will hear Harikatha, according to that, you will get the power of darshan. Their power of darshan will get changed accordingly. So like this, the transformation can come very easily. So whatever be the case, this Haladini Shakti Srimati Radharani, inside her heart, if it is getting, that the topmost rasa will get manifested, and there is no other pathway apart from that to get that rasa manifested inside your heart. Only by the grip of Swarup Shakti it can be done. The actual vichar is that Anu Chaitanya Jivas inside them, that they can get that Brahmanand, Atmanand, that Anu Chaitanya Jivas, that in this very material small Anand, that Brahmanand and Atmanand, they are liking that. So this what actually liking, what they are getting towards that Anand, that what you are liking it, that is not a normal thing at all. Why? Because Anu Chaitanya Jivas inside their heart, that in order to get Anand, definitely that is there, that ability is there to get Anand. Why? Anandam Brahma. And Jivas are actually coming from Brahma. So that why they are actually feeling Anand in Brahma, and in this also they are feeling Anand. So this Anu Chaitanya Jivas inside them, that there is very small kind of Shudranand inside them. So inside them a very reflection, small quantity of Brahmanand can get inside them. That Brahm is Anandamay, Jivas are also Anandamay. So that is natural. But the actual point is that, original point is that, when up till that Haladini Shakti Kripa inside the heart of Jivas are not getting, then up till that point, that Paramananda, that topmost Paramananda, he is not at all eligible to get that. You understand the point? That inside Jivas, Anand is definitely there. That's why they are actually just getting together with each other, and they are feeling Anand with each other. And different kind of Anand is there, male, female, and mother, child is there, mother, father, friends, everyone is feeling different kind of Anand. Everything is Anand. Up till this point in the Upanishads also it is being spoken. Up in the Upanishads also it is spoken. In the Aranyak Upanishad it is being spoken. If Anand is not there, then nobody wants to live. If Anand is not there, then who will live? You tell me. He is actually foolish, he will live. No, he can't live without Anand. So there is no foolish person that without Anand he can stay and live. If someone is speaking that someone is doing suicide, that Atma is not at all killed at all. Only that subtle and gross subtle body can get only the subtle body is getting killed, not the Atma, because Atma is actually transcendental in nature. It cannot be killed. So whatever be the case, if someone actually doing suicide means that what is the actual mystery behind that, you just recollect that definitely there is Anand. How Anand is there? Yes, it means definitely this what he has done the suicide. What is the actual reason behind that? What is the reason of his suicide? Because he hasn't attained Anand. It means that all the Anand is actually, if someone is actually doing suicide, that definitely there is one kind of mystery that he actually asked for that particular Anand, but he is not at all getting that. Because of that he has left his body. I know this point in Bagh Bazaar. At one point, their two brothers, they were actually dating one girl, and they want to marry her. And after that, what happened? That with the one brother, with both the brothers, that marriage can't be done. So his marriage actually being done with his older brother, and the elder brother, he just done suicide. Why? Because he couldn't attain that Anand of getting married to that girl. That in the Goshala he is actually doing suicide. What is the reason? That this is the only reason. There is no other reason. That he asked Anand, but he couldn't get that. And that's the Anand is the actual source of our living. Without rasa, nobody can live actually. So this actually point is being manifested here and opened, that Anu Chaitanya Jivas inside them. Naturally, there is a tendency that Bhagwan Brahmavastu, that Bhagwan is Parabrahma, and Parabrahma and Brahmanand is definitely there. So Jivas all are actually coming from Jivas. All the Jivas are coming from the Brahm. So definitely that all the Jivas, they are actually coming from Brahm. From where they have come? They are coming from Brahmavastu only. That they are my own ansha, they are own my part and parcel. All Jivas are actually part and parcel of me. Mavai Amsha, by speaking this, you don't think that we are actually just cutting into Bhagwan into pieces. It's not like that. Why? Because that complete Vastu, you cannot cut that and make it incomplete. This is the conception of a complete Vastu. In the Upanishad also it is written. The actual point is that in the Vaikuntha Jagat, even one dust particle, that is also complete. Whereas in this material world, that infinity in Brahmand, if you can submission and get together, that more and more heavy, that one dust particle of Vaikuntha is more heavier. Why? Because it is positive in nature, and this is all material world is negative in nature. That is positive and this is negative. Now you are seeing cinema. In that cinema, the first name was that I have heard it, that is called Chaya Chitra, means shadow image. That now actually is becoming more and more advanced, the cinema. But we are speaking it as a shadow image. It means that there is no actual image what you can see. Maybe you can see that also, that just by seeing cinema, that you are feeling so much angry on the villain that you are actually putting one stone onto the villain. And the whole cinematic view is getting destroyed. So this acting of the villain is, you are actually going into so much reality that you cannot control yourself, and you are just getting into that role of the villain into a reality, and you are just putting stone on him. So in the sky also, if you are just fisting on the sky, so just by fisting on the sky, what you will get, you tell me? It is just one line. which is of no use. In the fist of fury, if you are just giving on the sky, what you will get? Nothing you will get. You understand the point? So, that Anu Chaitanya Jivas, that Bhagavan speaking, that I am Brahma, and that all those part and parcels are my Jivas are my part and parcel. It doesn't mean that Bhagavan is actually is like a dust particle. It's not like that. The Shakti of Bhagavan, that Tathastha Shakti of Bhagavan, that Jeev Shakti of Bhagavan, that is of Bhagavan only, not different from Bhagavan. This Jeev Shakti is also of Bhagavan only. That it is a Shakti of Bhagavan, Jeev Shakti, Chit Shakti and Maya Shakti. These three are there. That Chit Shakti, inside that Bhagavan you can see, and Maya Shakti externally you can see, and externally it is there, but still it is not there external, because in all Adhyaya Gyan Tattva that it is looking different, but still not different from Bhagavan. Bhed Abhed Prakash. So then this Tathastha Shakti, that the place is not there directly inside Bhagavan. It is external. That Maya Shakti of Bhagavan is also outside, not inside Bhagavan. This I am speaking about Vyasdev also. This point I have already speaking a lot of days before as well. By Bhakti Yoga, after you getting established in Bhakti Yoga, that the Goswamis has already seen Bhagwan, and they are actually just putting their head onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan. That Maya Devi, Vyasji has already seen that Maya Devi is with very shrinking head. She is there behind Bhagwan. That all the Maya Devis, all the Jivas are getting just involved in the Maya Devi. All those who are actually getting indulged in enjoying Maya, that infinity Jivas are actually just going into this karma cycle of birth and death. That where go, let's go. Again birth, again death, like this. In that cycle of birth and death, they are going on again and again. What actually being spoken? Jaya means by which Maya, by that Maya of Bhagavan, that Vyasji has actually saw that with the shrinking head behind Bhagavan. That Chandi, this shloka of Chandi, it is there in Chandi. So these jivas, they are actually topmost paravastu, they are transcendental in nature, but still they are very, very weak. That's why they are actually coming in the grit of Maya. That this anartha, that all these kind of different types of anartha, this all anartha, what actually being done, that anartha we are doing, that there is no connection of Atma with that. Even for smell of a fraction of second, that connection is not there with the Atma. In Srimad Bhagavatamrita Mahapuran, there is one example in context to this. How? Like in water, that there is one reflection of a coconut tree. Someone actually saying that he is having that darshan in the water, that reflection of coconut water, and when the air is blowing very fast, that the water of the stream is getting disturbed, and in that the coconut tree is also getting disturbed. But the same example is given in Srimad Bhagavatamrita Mahapuran, Like in the water of pond, there is no relation with coconut water tree at all. But still you can see that it is being just reflection of that coconut tree is actually being there. And when that air is started blowing very heavily, then you can see that there is disturbance. That coconut tree is also getting disturbed and it started shaking. But it's not like that. So if you can hear me in true sense, that the coconut tree is static there in its own position, but you can, that reflection you can see in the water. So this is the same example I want to speak, that Jivatma onto them, that their own sanskar, that layer of sanskar of their gross body, that is called gross body, that gross body and subtle body, inside that by these two coverings, inside that Atma is there. That is Paravastu. That lot of others, what you can see, there is no relation with that. But still you are saying, oh, my child is gone from this material world, how I can stay? So this is all foolish conception. If some person you are speaking that if I will just leave this all drinking, I can't stay without drink, so they are getting oneness with the drinks and drinking wine. But they are actually non-different. But he's thinking that drinking wine and me is all the same. I can't stay without drinking wine. So what you can do in that? So this with our Atma, this in this material world, that Maya Devi, that all kind of cycle of birth and death is going on, some male-female relationship, all actually is going over. It's look very attractive. Very, very attractive it looks like, but it's not like that. In true sense, that there is no connection of Atma with all of this. This is just this you need to think first. You need to realize this point first. Very, very important to realize this point first. So, Bhagwan, that Tathastha Shakti of Bhagwan, the Jeev Shakti, that is not different from Bhagwan, but it is external, is outside of Bhagwan, not inside Bhagwan. So this, his own part and parcel of this Shakti, that's why it is being spoken. Here, Ansh and Anshi, this Vichar, what is there actually being spoken. You understand the point? Why? Because in Vedanta it is being spoken. That Bhagwan and his Shakti, that there is no difference between them. Shaktiman and the Shakti and Shaktiman, the actual power is of that powerful. So that's why, that is the reason for why that Bhagwan speaking, that they are all my part and parcel, that they are actually the part and parcel of my Shakti, what Bhagwan used to speak here. He is so much small. Well, he is actually Satchidanand. He is coming from that. Jivatma are also coming from Bhagwan. Like Bhagwan is Satchidanand in nature. So Jivas are also Satchidanand in nature. But there is only difference is that he is Vibhu Chaitanya. Is very, very, Anand is there, very, very small in nature. So much small, so much weak this Jiva, then any time they can just fall down into Maya. So much small they are. At any time they can under the control of Maya. So that's why Prabhupada speaking that all the kind of different bonded jivas, you can see. So this Kala Krishna, they are all representative of Kala Krishna Das, all the bonded jivas. Bonded jivas anytime, anyhow can fall down from their original track. In that, there is no point of surprising at all. No surprise is there. So if I want to speak the actual thing here, every point what I am speaking is of true sense, actual nature, but still some important point is there, that how we can onto the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, we can get the seva of that. We can get that service of serving the lotus feet of Radharani. How? This very nice kirtan it is. And in the other side, other point also it is written. Very nice kirtan of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written. But there is no point or any jivas are there who can just read it. Everyone is busy in Maya. Nobody has time, even fraction of second to read all this. They are all busy in Maya. What to do? So this Anu Chaitanya jivas, they inside them, definitely inside them, that kind of very small Anand is there. They are also Sachidanand, but they are very weak. So much weak and small they are that anytime they can fall in the trap of Maya. They can very easily get into the trap of Maya, and maybe they cannot fall. Why? Because Tathastha Shakti means that left side they are actually Maya Devi of this material world, that attraction of material world one jiva can see. This whole material world and so nice attraction, this all actually of Maya Devi. And on the other side, that he can, all devotees of Bhagwan, Dham, Nam, Parikar, that topmost flood of Anand is there. Where? And there is actually on the other side there is flood of material Anand. So in between there is no point at all, whether you can go here or whether you can go there. Why? Because if you are staying in between, that it is the nirvishesh sthiti. One jiva has to go on the either side in order to do service. So definitely you have to go here or there. You can't do anything in that. So this small and very Shudra Anand, that to drink wine and to just going into the pros quarter, these all Anand, just to see TV and just to whether sports is there or whether educational Anand, everything is there. Inside them definitely the lot of Anand is there, material Anand. But this kind of Anand is very, very small Anand. There is application of this Anand if you will make, then the jivas definitely will go more into the fallen condition. Their consciousness will fall down more. Bhagwan himself speaking this point. Bhagwan speaking that you see that I am that all this jivatma, that they are all automatically they are actually going into the well of darkness. I am not at all speaking them to go into darkness at all. They are already themselves, they are getting ignorant on their own. That what I can do in that, what is my fault, you tell me, Bhagwan speaking. So this sadhan bhakti, what we are speaking, that 1 hour before I already told, that this sadhan bhakti means that under the anugatya of Guru Vaishnav, that under the, in order to satisfy Guru Vaishnav, that what sadhan bhakti is there. From there the introduction of bhajan is being started. It means that Haladini Shakti Kripa slowly, steadily will come inside you. And when you will get the topmost Kripa of Swarup Shakti, Haladini Shakti, that topmost Param Anand you will get in your life. That Haladini Shakti Kripa, if it is not at all there, that Paramanand in order to get is not at all possible. It's incomplete. You cannot get Paramanand at all. That Paramanand, that is not at all possible. That eligibility of Paramanand you won't get at all by that. But in what is the actual, what is the procedure to get this kind of Anand, Paramanand? That nothing is there. Only what Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has shown us, that I have already told you. On this point, I will be explaining that in applied form. সৌন্দর্যমহিত সমস্ত জগজ্জনস্য শ্যামস্য বাম ভুজবদ্ধোত্তনম কদা অহম ত্বম ইন্দিরা বিরল রূপ ভরাম ভজামি. कितना सुंदर. Very nice it is, you see. How much nice. Like Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. He is actually praying. So all these actually they are crying. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking and giving a suggestion that when inside our heart that kind of topmost danya, tremendous danya bhav will come, all crying, only all the time you are crying and just getting mad by crying onto lotus feet, that the toy of Maya Devi, when you are forgetting it completely, oh please save me, and you are crying, then only maybe someday that you can get the kripa someday. That's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given suggestion, what he is speaking with full danya bhav, tremendous danya, when the jivas are getting tronadapi sunichen, that they are getting established in this shloka of Mahaprabhu, that then akuti they attain with full that braja bhav. They are actually, in order to get that braja bhav, that they are started crying again and again, that kind of then akuti, that braja bhav, in order to cry for that day and night, that some maybe after getting the darshan of some bhav of some brajavasi, you are getting so much greediness inside your heart to attain that, then only that maybe you want to become the eternal servitor of some Sahachari Manjari. Inside that some eternals, you will take the shelter of the lotus feet of some Manjari, and just by taking the bhava from them, by under their guidance, maybe that efficiency and the qualification and efficiency of that particular jiva can get improved and enhanced. So in whatever degree your qualification that is increasing, that according to that seva mood, it will just go on inside your heart, it will increase. So this Sakhi Manjaris, by the kripa of them, that maybe after some times you can get the kripa of Srimati Radharani. Why? Because who are Sakhi Manjari? They are actually the Kaya Vyuha of Radharani. Their expansion, Kaya Vyuha of Radharani. They are not different from Radharani. That kripa, when whatever degree it will increase in your life, then that kripa of Kaya Vyuha, of those Sakhi Manjaris, in whatever degree it will just go on increasing, that Haladini Shakti, according to that, it will give inside our heart, will just get manifested in that much degree, and gradually that topmost stage we will get, that Radha Govind Yugal Sarkar will be just crying to get their seva. That in that Sachidanand transcendental seva, it will get established in that. You understand the point? All those Sahajiyas, they are actually not at all going to accept all these points. Maybe Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in Bhajan Rasa regarding this. So much nicely it is actually being spoken. If they have some kind of respect, all those Sahajiyas, they are actually drowned completely into sand. So they are not at all feeling respect. They are so much disrespectful in this case. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing in Bhajan Ras, that what they are doing Rupanuk Bhajan in the name of Rupanuk, what is actually going on, you tell me. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing very nicely that in our life, that actual bhajan, it is not being mentioned, and they haven't accepted the actual bhajan in their life. that in Sadhu Sangha they haven't done any Sankirtan at all, that in Nirjan they haven't done any kind of Smaran, that they have not climbed the tree, but they are actually they want to take the actual fruit from the down only, but it is not at all possible. That you have to climb the tree, and after that with full of efforts you need to pick up the fruit, but they don't want. You are speaking, oh fruit, you come down. It's not like that. It won't happen. That you are accepting very sahajiyas. You are actually number one sahajiya. That all those followers also following you, they are also sahajiya. You are so much destructible. That what is the topmost Nirmal Krishna Prem, which is very sensitive in nature, that Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given example in Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very nice actually. It is written. That example is written. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ji. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad is actually writing. You understand the point? It's Bengali. Tila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking. That they are not all accepting anything in context to Sadhu Sangha. Who will accept? Nobody is there to accept all this. You tell me. Someone is there to accept. No one is accepting. There is someone who can accept. No. Nobody wants to accept it. All actually want to become sahajiya. Nobody actually is ready to accept. Gurudev always used to speak that before leaving his body, that Baba, beta, that we are actually sahajiyas. Now inside us also, in our sampradaya also, that sahajiyas are there. That we can't speak. We can't speak to anyone now. There is no pathway. What to do? In our sampradaya only sahajiyas are there. So like this, here in this material world, that for all the sadhaks, up till that Purusharth is actually staying. Purusharth means that be careful what I am speaking. Purushakar, Purusharth, what do you mean by that? Purusharth, like inside someone this kind of bhavana is there, that I am Purush, that Purushakar, that Atma is not, Jivatma is not at all female nor male, because Jivatma is Shakti Tattva. You understand? Yes. So this sadhak, when this kind of Purushottama, that I am male or female, then he won't get the actual eligibility to get seva at all. I have already discussed this point. Already discussed this point. Maybe you can remember that. I have already told this, no? And after that, what I have spoken, What actually being told here? What actually being told here? Very, very important and surprising point. Very surprising for us. So then, this point is what is there. When that Purushakar, that I have done this kind of ego, that doership mood is there, that I am male, I am female, that why you actually done this like this. This all actually Purushakar, that Purushottapur, they said. That Paurush means that inside female, that I am this, she is identifying. That is also Purushakar. It means, I want to speak here, that Purush Deha, maybe that in this material female body, with that, this kind of rasa, there is no connection at all, the transcendental rasa. Just understand this point. It has no connection with that at all. That with this Purush Deha means that male or female body, it has no connection of that transcendental rasa, no connection is there at all with that material rasa at all. Only that pure jivas, that Anu Chaitanya, that he is actually getting into this female mood. You understand the point? That all those just pure jivas, those who are Anu Chaitanya, that inside them, that kind of female bhav is actually getting inculcated. Definitely that bhav is there, that material connection. By that, that conception, if you will just take, or maybe you can take it, in that conception, if you will just call up and you will allow that conception, then everything will go away in your bhajan life. Your spiritual consciousness will degrade in such a condition you can't even imagine. Like inside you, that so much kind of no non-confidence is there, and so much tark is there. That's why that absolute truth will go away from your. Without Guru you will stay, and your transcendental Prakrit Tattva will not manifest in front of you. So this kind of male-female relationship, if you will just try to take, then everything will just go away from you. So that's why onto the lotus feet of Radharani, that Shri Gandharva Bhajan, that what shloka I have already told, you must have remember that very, very deep vichar is there in that. So this shloka, now for today, I'll be just giving a rest up till this point. And before that what Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that in his kirtan, through his kirtan, what he has told, that is very much important to discuss. Without discussing it, that is actually called Manah shiksha bhashya. Means that Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, that this in the Sanskrit shlok he wants to write, that there is in the whole kirtan, in the form of kirtan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has taken that into the form of kirtan in very nice form. And maybe after next week, that 9th number shloka we will be discussing, that maybe under Kartik month. I am not Kartik month, they definitely have other things to speak. Within Kartik or before Kartik, this I can't think that it will get over. It will not get complete before Kartik. So maybe after Kartik only we will do. and we can get more and more advantage out of that. Why? Because by doing this Manah shiksha, that this Swaniyam Dashakam, what is being written by Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, Swaniyam Dashakam, what written by Raghunath Das Goswami, we can also discuss that also after that. That very much important to discuss this. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually writing Swaniyam Dashakam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing. No. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Paji is actually writing this Swaniyam Dashakam, sorry. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually written Swaniyam Dashakam. That I have already just published this book lot of years before. Swaniyam Dashakam, that we will just discuss that there is complete idea we can get. Those who want to do Raganuga Bhajan, Rupanuga Bhajan, inside that very nicely it is being written. So all these points I have already discussed, and now the final touch, what is there of the Manya Shiksha Bhasha, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing. I will be just speaking in Bengali because it is written in Bangla. I will just hear it and just understand it, what actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur wants to speak. Just very carefully, my pronunciation is clear by the kripa of Bhagwan. You can understand it very nicely, but still I will speak something about it.
কৃষ্ণ মোর দয়ার সাগর, তুমি মন ব্রজধাম, ভ্রমি ভ্রমি অবিরাম, ডাকো কৃষ্ণে হইয়া কাতর। অবিদ্যা বিলাস বসে ছিলে তুমি জড়রসে, দুষ্টতা হৃদয়ে পাইল স্থান। হইলে তুমি শঠরাজ, ভুলিলে আপন কাজ, হৃদয়ে বরিলে অভিমান। এবে উপদেশ শুনো, গাইয়া যুগল গুণ, গোষ্ঠে গোষ্ঠে করহ রোদন। দয়া করি গিরিধর, শুনিয়া কাকুতি স্বর, তবে দোষ করিবে শোধন। উজ্জ্বল রসের প্রতি শ্রী রাধা ভজন রীতি, অনায়াসে দিবেন আমায়। রূপ রঘুনাথ মোরে, কৃপা করি অতঃপরে, এই তত্ত্ব গোপনে শিখায়।
You understand the point? I'll just speak about it in Hindi. It is being spoken that this Braja Bhumi, this is Chintamani, that which is not coming in our material mind, that Braja Bhumi is Chintamani. Whatever you will think, it will be done. And Chidananda Ratnamani means that whatever such original source of Chidananda, and where that topmost Nitya Rasa definitely is there. That Nitya Ras that actually is being present there, and all the jivas, that in the luck of jivas, this kind of topmost wealth I want to give these jivas, that Krishna actually has left Vrindavan and it has coming in the form of Gaurang. He is coming in this material world in the form of Gauranga, Gaurup. He has come in order to just distribute that treasure, immensible treasure, to all those bonded jivas. That Krishna is the ocean of mercy, definitely. That oh my mind, that you always take shelter of this Brajadham. All the time you just go inside Brajadham. All the time you think of Brajadham and just start crying, oh Krishna. You just started with full crying mood, craving mood. You just need to call Krishna. So this kirtan, that avidya vilas, in that circle, that you are actually in Chodarasa so much getting engaged, and because of that inside your heart, that contamination is actually getting manifested inside your heart. And if this unearth is there of this material rus, this is actually topmost ignorant, that he is making you one kind of cheater. You couldn't understand what is your actual target, that is bhakti. And inside your heart, that who actually accepted, that ego you are accepting, that false ego, what is there inside you, that you have accepted. And whatever being done is done. Whatever is being done is done. You hear it now very carefully. Whatever being done, now you hear it carefully what I want to speak. You just follow my instruction what I am speaking. Oh my mind, that Yugal Sarkar, Radha Govind, all the time you should speak about the qualities and characteristics of the Yugal Sarkar. That in Vrindavan just started crying, oh Roop Sanatan, oh Roop Raghunath Vero, oh Lalita Vishakhe, all that our that's for Shad Goswami Ashtakam it is written, no, about that. This kirtan is there. And all the four directions you just started crying in Vrindavan, and maybe one or the other day, definitely that Giriraj Maharaj, that Giriraj Bhagwan, the Kripa you will definitely get. Your heart will get melted by hearing that. That inside my heart, whatever kind of contamination is there, that will just get rectified and will get purified automatically. And not like that, but also in Ujjwal Ras it will get more and more refined. And what is the actual Siddhi in Radha Bhajan, that will just show me that pathway to get the Siddhi in Radha Bhajan. That Roop Raghunath, just by showering their mercy on me, that all those secret points of Raganuga Bhajan, that Tattva, they are actually teaching me. And now what I can do here, I will be just giving rest up till now, just to forgive me for that. That apart from that, there is no pathway what I can do. So up till now, we have to give rest up till this point today.
Tadbha Tattad Bhavadi Madhurji Tattad Bhavadi Madhurji Srute Dhiryad Apekshati Na Atra Shastram Na Yuktincha Tallov Utpatti Lakshanam Tattad Bhavadi Madhurji Srute Dhiryad Apekshati Na Atra Shastram Na Yuktincha Tallov Utpatti Lakshanam Vancha Kalpatarosya Kripa Sindhu Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavabhyo Namo